Good morning. Our lesson today, lesson 5-6, inequalities in one triangle. Inequality, not equals. What is the exterior angle? In this figure, the exterior angle is angle 1, and the exterior angle is equal the sum of the remote interior angle, or angle 1 is equal to the sum of angle 2 and angle 3. Then angle 1 is greater than any one of them, greater than 2 and greater than 3. Measure of angle 1 is greater than angle 2 or greater than measure of angle 3. Because angle 1 equals the sum of them, then it will be greater any one of them. For example, 10 equals 3 plus 7, then 10 is greater than 3 and greater than 7. Theorem 5-10. If two sides of triangle are not congruent or not equal, then the larger angle lies opposite the larger or longer side. For example, in this figure, if the side xz is greater than the side xy, then the opposite of xz, which is angle y, is greater than the opposite of side xy, which is angle z. Note 1. In the right triangle, the greatest side lies opposite to the right angle. Right angle means 90 degrees in the triangle, and the sum of all angles, the three angles, is 180. Then the sum of the other two angles is 90. Then no 90 again in the triangle, only 190, and the other two angles must be acute, less than 90. Then the greatest angle in the triangle is 90. Then the side opposite 90 is the longest side. This side is called hypotenuse, the greatest side, opposite to right angle. The side opposite to right angle is the longest side. Of course, if the triangle is obtuse, the opposite side of obtuse angle is the longest one, because no other obtuse in this triangle, or right even. Yes. Now, put in order from smallest to largest angle. Of course, the smallest angle opposite the smallest side. What is the smallest side? Yes, 2.7. What's the opposite angle of 2? The opposite angle of the smallest side? Yes, angle M. The smallest one, M. Then, next, the smaller one, 4.3. And the opposite angle is L. Then the order is angle M, then L, then of course K. M, L, K. Now, angle E is the longest angle, of course, 105. But which other angle? But what is the smallest angle? We have two sides, x and 3x. Of course, opposite to x is a smaller one. Then D is a smaller. After D, C. Then E. Yes. Now, we have right angle, then the opposite side of right angle is the longest one, then is the last one in the order. Angle J is the last angle. Now, what's the order of the other two angles? Side 4, opposite angle G. Yes, 4 smaller than 6 and G smaller than H. Yes, the order is G, H, and J. You have two ways now. Number 1, draw triangle ABC and put the lengths on the sides and order the angle. Or, what is the angle opposite to side AB? We have 3 letters, A, B, and C. What is the opposite of AB? Of course, C. What is the opposite angle of BC? The missing letter is A, right? What is the opposite angle of the side CA? Angle B. Okay. Now, what is the smallest side of these? 8, 5, 8, 5, and 7. 5 is the smallest one. What is the opposite angle of BC? Angle A. Then, what is the opposite of CA? Because 7. 7 is the next smaller, is B. Then the last one is C. Right. A opposite to BC, then B opposite to CA, and C opposite to AB. The converse of the opposite of the theorem. If we have two angles, not sides, and the angle of triangle not congruent, one of them is greater than the other, then the longer side lies opposite the larger angle. For example, angle A is the greater one, then the opposite side opposite angle A, which is BC, is the longer side opposite the angle B, which is AC. Then BC is greater than AC. To put an order, you must get the 3 angles. I have only 2. Already 45 is smaller than 75, but what about M? Maybe greater than one of them, greater than 75, less than 45. You must calculate it. We have the sum of measure of angles of any triangle is 180, then angle M is 180 minus the sum of the 2 angles. Then angle M is 60. The order what? From the smallest to the greatest. Smallest one is 45, the opposite is MN, then 60 O, then 75 MO. Yes, calculate angle H first. Angle H equal 42, then 28, 42, and 110. Of course, 28 FH is first, then 42 FG, and the last one GH. Yes, the third angle is 60, 180 minus the sum of 90 and 30. And we have already the greatest side, TV, because opposite to right angle. Then this angle is 60, the order is smallest angle is 30, then the opposite side is TU. Next smaller, 60, opposite to UV, and the large one, TV. We can decide the sides without drawing. We have 3 letters, as we said, A, B, and C in this triangle. Then the opposite side of angle A, yes, BC, and the opposite side of angle B is AC. and the opposite side of angle C, the other two letters, yes, AB. Now, which angle is the smallest angle? 90, 40, and 50. The smallest one is 40, then the smallest side is AC. Next smaller is 50, smallest, and the opposite side is AB. And the last one is 90 BC, of course. The same. The opposite of D is EF. The opposite of angle E is DF. And the opposite of angle F is side DE. Which angle is the smallest angle? 20 EF. Then 40 DE. Then 120 DF. The same way, which angle determines the side, and 51, then 59, then 70. YZ, XZ, and XY. Now, the very important inequality. In any triangle, the sum of any two sides must be greater than the third. The sum of lengths of any two sides in the triangle must be greater than the third. Now, this side can be side of triangle or no? Just yes or no? The easier way, choose the smallest two sides. It's better. 2 plus 3, 2 and 3 is the smallest two sides. Then 2 plus 3 is greater than 6. No, 2 plus 3 is 5, not greater than 6. Then this side cannot be side of triangle, because 2 plus 3 is not greater 5, must be greater. This one, what is the smallest two sides? 11 and 12. 11 and 12 is greater than 15? Yes. We have two ways. Number one, 11 and 12, and 11 and 15, and 12 and 15. The three ways, like this one. But the easier one, only the smallest two sides, 11 and 12 only. Check, 11 and 12 only. If okay, it's okay, yes. The smallest two sides here, 8 and 10. Just 8 plus 10 is 18. Is it greater than 19? No. We have two equal sides, 15 and 15. Choose any one, and the smallest one, 1. 1 and 15 is greater than 15? Yes. 2 yards, 9 yards, and 10 yards. What is the smallest two sides? 2 and 9. 2 plus 9 is greater than the third side, greater than 10? Yes. We said we have two ways. Only 2 and 9, 9 and 10, 2 and 10. Or the smallest two sides only, 2 and 9 only one test. What about number 26? Yes or no? 4, 5, and 9. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Take care, must be greater than. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 is greater than 9? No. Okay. Now we have another fact. The last fact today, or the last inequality. For example, the lengths of two sides of a triangle are given. We have a triangle, 8 and 12. Find the range. What's the range? Not exactly number. The range possible lengths for the third side. What is the third side? Maybe 2, 3, 7, 9, all possible number. The fact is, the length of any side of a triangle must be included between greater than something and smaller than something. Included between the difference means greater than the difference and smaller than the sum. What is the difference between the two given number? 8 and 12. What's the difference between them? Minus. It will be 4. Yes. the third side must be greater than 4, and also smaller than the sum. What is the sum of 8 and 12? 20. Then the side, for example S, the side must be greater than 4 and smaller than 20. Yes, solve number 28. S is in between the difference, yes, 11, and the sum, 21. Excellent. This one must be greater than the difference, yes, right, 0, and the sum is 12. What's the meaning of 0? What's the meaning of 0? It's not 0, not equal 0, it's greater than 0. Any number greater than 0 is possible. 0.1, 0.2, half, 1, whatever. And any number less than 12. Number 30, 18 and 23, the same way like this. The sum and the difference, include between the sum and difference. The difference is 5 and the sum is 41. 31, the difference is 3 and the sum is 11. The difference is 15 and the sum is 55. That's all. Thank you. Your homework as a test in Educate. Thank you.